So for today's class, it's very interesting, and through YouTube and also Facebook. So today we have a very important mission whereby there are actually a lot of questions from the students that, no, I'm still very young. Do I still need to practice or learn YoungQi? So the instructor in front of you is instructor Yuhua, okay? And Master Bayan herself has been practicing Qigong for more than 40 years. So this Qigong is actually very useful. And for today's live broadcast, okay, Master Bayan is going to introduce the benefits of Yang Qi. And this technique is useful for who and for what purpose. So previously, when instructor Yua first came, when she was still new, when she first met Master, her eyes was, she was really impressed by Master because Master looks very young, very useful, and very, filled with vitality. So, and of course, the first criteria for, the term yang qi is, when you look at Master, both Master and instructor Yuhua, do they look young? They do look young. Hence, that's why they have the, this is the first criteria in order for them to actually persuade the students to come and learn yang qi. So for those of you who are online, if you are more than if you are a student for more than 5 years, you can just send a wave to Master. So, but if right now, if you are a total beginner or a beginner or very new to this Qigong or below 5 years, you can just say uh, 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 I'm new. Okay, I'm new. So because Master would like to know how many old students and new students right now in this live broadcast. So of course, if you are new, then please make sure to concentrate and listen to what Master Bayan wants to teach for today's class. So the instructor is asking Master, what type of students needs to learn Yang Qi, and at what age should they actually start to learn Yang Qi? So Master is feeling that everyone, okay, needs anti-aging, because anti-aging is there's no link with your age, because no one wants to grow old. So of course, when you start young or when you start early, then you can actually prolong your youth, or and not wait till when you're old, then only you come and learn Yang Qi, because sometimes it's a bit too late. So when you learn at old age, maximum you can do is just to maintain. But when you start young, okay, then you can actually prolong your youth to slow down aging. So, and of course, there's a lot of misconception from the public, whereby when you hear Qigong, the first thing that comes into your mind is Qigong is for the old, not for the young. So this is actually a very wrong misconception, because we humans, we age on a daily basis. No, and as we age, okay, the function or the capabilities of our body will slowly deteriorate. So this is a sign of aging. So from the age of 25, our body will slowly, enter into mid-age. Okay, from 25 to 50, that's the time when you slowly enter into mid-age. Then from 55 years old onwards, you start to age. You start to enter the old age symptom. So for students who starts at 60 to 75 is usually a bit late. So what we are right now, what we are saying is what is the best time to slow down aging? It's the best time is to start when you're young, when you're still able to move, when you're still active. But all of us knows that, with the advancement of technology right now, for appearance, we can actually do a lot of a lot of things with it. For example, surgery or injections or Botox or liposuction if you're fat. There are a lot of things, outer appearance that we can do because of advancement of technology. But when it comes to our physical strength, our vitality, our sound, then you truly know, the inner beauty is actually more important, because internally, if you're healthy, your outer appearance will also be healthy. You look young, you look useful. So your inner beauty is actually even is more important compared to your outer appearance, because you are the only one to truly know yourself the best, whether you're old or you're still young, whether or not right now you're 30 plus, 40 plus, but yet you already have sores and pain here and there, then you feel discomfort here and there. So hence, even if outer appearance, you do Botox, you do a lot of various kinds of injections or whatsoever treatments, the outer appearance might look young because you're supported by these technologies, but your inner health will is still problematic. So hence that's why inner beauty or inner health is actually much more important. So right now in master's office, okay, the lighting is very good. Hence that's why when you look at master's face, okay, she looks she's her complexion is bright. Vitality is good, and when you listen to master's voice, it's filled with vitality. It's clear and bright. So practicing yang qi is not for the old. Okay, for example, this instructor Yihua, previously before her qigong practice, before she started her qigong journey, she always has sores and pain throughout her body, and her eyes are usually very dry all the time, and she gets sick easily. And because of her problems, okay, her emotion is slightly unstable, and at that point of time she was only 20 plus. No, 20 plus, she may look young, and she is young, but internally she's actually getting old very fast, rapid aging internally. Especially right now in the modern times, this problem is actually more and more severe. And of course, now a lot of people has problems with sleeping disorder, or you have a lot of dreams, or midnight when you wake up for pee, then you cannot sleep anymore. So right now, Master would like to know how many of you are actually joining the 202, the upcoming 2025 YoungQi class. So those of you who are joining the upcoming October class in next few weeks, okay, just type a me in this chat, because Master would like to know how many new students and how many upcoming students and how many totally new who are coming for to listen to know more about YoungQi. So there are actually a lot of students who ask Master, how many times have you taught this Qigong? Master has taught for hundreds of times. But every time when Master teach, okay, she has to prepare everything from the beginning. Because she forced herself that there's no same recording. Whatever that you learn in class every time is actually live or recorded live, new. Everything is new every year. Master does not use back previous years record, regardless of how good it is. She never used that for her class. Everything is recorded new every year, and she always listened to the students' feedback. And after class, the master will do her best to still, to do her best to continue helping the students after class. There comes your pre-class, no, the after-class activities. Because in Bayan Qigong no, is materials is filled, is really in depth. regardless of whether it's physical or online class, master will always do her best to to prepare the best. So for online class and physical class, there are some difference. So right now, because of the advancement of online classes, because right now for online class, we have a lot of free class and after class uh, activities. So for example, your pre-class, you have a lot of pre-class video that you can watch before the start of class. Then after your class, you will also have a lot of group practice and also revision classes conducted by both instructors and also master. So that's why, because last time for physical class, we do not have so much pre-class or after-class services. After class, we just go for group practice, that's it, and learn by ourselves or practice by ourselves at home. But right now, because of advancement of technology, there are a lot of additional classes that you can join, that you can watch online. And so for physical class, okay, it's actually more tiring compared to the online classes because for physical classes, the opportunity to learn is only for 2 days time, usually on a Saturday and Sunday. Then after that, you're most of the time, then after you go home, you are by yourself and you have to practice till Friday. Then only you can go for the group practice on a Saturday or Sunday. So the opportunity to learn from master is very precious because in class time is only 10 hours. But uh, after we have this online classes, master can actually do a lot of things and change a lot of her style of teaching has changed to make it suitable for online teaching, whereby there are a lot of pre-class or theory can be recorded pre-class so they can listen to the theory first. Then when it comes to the actual class, master will actually focus more on the movements and techniques, and she can teach spend more time to teach the movement in depth. And for online classes, you can actually see master's movement at a very close angle because the camera will zoom in. Whereas in class, because if physical constraint, the classroom might be very big. So hence sometimes it's a bit hard for you to see master, especially when you're at the back. So this is also one of the benefits of joining the online classes. Because last time when we have physical classes, the classes is about 600 to 700 students, especially in Malaysia. So it's actually very big. It's a very, very big class. So whereas for online classes, one of the main benefits is you can just practice at the comfort of your own home in front of your big TV and you can see master clearly and her movement are all very clearly shown to you because of the camera angle. And because of online classes, can actually also record a lot of small techniques or small improvement, tips on a small improvement on how to improve your techniques through this online video. So the style of learning and the style of teaching right now is actually different compared to the in the past when we have the physical classes. So in fact, actually for online classes, the classes is actually much longer. In other words, last time when we have physical classes, we only have 10 hours. The class is only 10 hours for beginner and 10 hours for intermediate. But right now for online classes, it's actually much, much more than that. Pre-class video, then your live classes, then after your vision enhancement, your group practice, and then those small enhancement courses. So your learning time is actually much longer, and you can learn much more from master. So which type of people needs to learn YoungQi? Those who sit long, especially right now. So for those of us who still work from home or in office, you have to sit for a long time in front of computer. Because there are a lot of students who ask master, after After learning, so what is this muscle loss? How can muscle loss affect us, and is it linked to aging? So firstly, YoungQi is actually very useful, extremely useful, especially for those of you who have reached mid age and you hate exercising or you hate moving. You don't move much and you sit most of the time. And then although even if you go for gym, okay, it cannot last long. Maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you already gave up. Or you don't like moving, you just don't like exercising. So for those of you who don't like exercising, then Qigong or Yang Qi can actually substitute exercise. In fact, it's actually better for you because it's not so tiring. Physically, it's not so taxing and not so tiring. And through this intermediate, beginner and intermediate Yang Qi, you can actually strengthen your upper core, your muscle, your waist, especially your waist, your hip area, and your waist. Okay. And of course, at the same time, you are also able to strengthen your legs, your knees, especially when it comes to your knees, because most of the people right now, especially if you sit too long, you already have knee pain at a very young age, and some of you who has pain on the calf, because our legs are the second heart in our body. So hence the health, the condition of our legs, the strength of our legs is very important. Because if you notice that every time when you walk, okay, you tend to usually trip and fall, or your legs you cannot walk long, and you feel that your legs is no longer so flexible. So for those of you who already have such symptoms, please make sure to join the upcoming Yang Qi. So Master actually did a research. So this is actually a research done by a university in Copenhagen in 2004, whereby they tracked 8,000 adults aged 60 and over 5 years, and they found that continuous health maintenance or slow exercise can actually improve your musculoskeletal function. Whereby if you tend to do not like exercise or slow exercise and you have health maintenance, you can actually reduce your fall risk by 70%, 73%, and your muscle strength will actually increase by an astonishingly 89%. So this will actually dramatically reduce your risk of injury while almost doubling your physical capabilities. Because right now there are actually a lot of old folks. Even when you're healthy, you look healthy right now, but especially when you're of age, when you fall, the moment you fall, the bones will break. The bones is fragile, and of course, memory. Okay, memory, especially when you're of age, you tends to notice. Sometimes 30 plus, 40 plus, you already starts to have a poor memory. Next is muscle. Okay, every year on a yearly basis, we lose about 3% of our muscle mass every year. So especially when you're age 50 and above. So hence that's why when you go for easy a simple exercise, for example, Yang Qi, which is very light, which is very simple, and it's not so taxing on your knees because it's light on your knees. So hence this will actually helps to reduce this muscle loss. Last time in physical class, okay, one of the main techniques is a rejuvenation technique. So last time for the rejuvenation technique, we have this long version, which is the extended version, which is 8 minutes. So usually for beginners, okay, the normal music is only 3 minutes, but in physical class, okay, there's this extended version of 8 minutes. But usually No, last time when there was still physical class, a lot of students, after 2 to 3 minutes of practice, they can truly feel the source and pain where on their lower back. Why? Because your lower back is filled with blockage, and then your legs will start to feel weak. Why? Because your qi and blood circulation is poor. So hence these are all reflected out. And then after that, we have this 8 minutes extended version of the practice. So for those of you who have already learned YoungQi, last time when you learned YoungQi, what was your sensation? What was your sensation? What do you feel? Do you still remember the source and pain, but yet you feel good? The movement is very, very slow, very simple, but your waist is like, it's breaking. But after you practice till the source and pain is over, you immediately feel good. Because qi needs time to clear. So hence, because when you have source and blockage, and when you practice your qigong, the qi is actually soothing your qi. It's actually clearing these blockages. So hence, during this clearing of blockages process, okay, some students might feel source and pain because it's pushing those impurities or moving your qi and blood. So hence, but after the moment it passed through, or once this blockage is cleared, the source and pain will immediately dissipate and you immediately feel good, and you can see the difference immediately before and after your practice. So right now there are actually a lot of various types of light and simple exercise. But light exercise is not comparable to Qigong, because in Qigong, what's special about Qigong is that when you practice your Qigong, you can not only improve your Qi and blood circulation, but you can also actually improve the circulation of Qi within your meridians. Okay, when it comes to meridians, okay, the circulation of Qi in meridians, exercise cannot do not have such effects. So this instructor, Yuhua, is sharing whereby that last time when she practiced Qigong, okay, she always feels that, no, initially when she was a beginner, when she initially practiced Qigong, her 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 soreness of her legs was very severe, and she can feel the energy or the qi within her body concentrating on her legs during her practice. You see, when you practice, when you do your exercise after you sweat and you feel good and you feel relaxed, but you do not have such sensation whereby, after you practice your qigong, you feel, everything is cleared, is free from blockage. Because for those of you who have not learned qigong, it's a bit hard for you to understand the 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 relaxation that after practicing qigong can bring forth, because this sensation is different. This sensation is not something you can feel when you do sports. You can feel something flowing within your body. You can feel the qi, or the energy within your body flowing throughout your body, to your back, to your fingers, to your hands, to your legs, to your feet, all the way to your hip. You will have such sensation next time in the future once you practice qigong, and when your blockage is clear and your qi is strong. Because this is a symptom whereby qi is flowing within your meridians. So practicing qigong is like it's like going for an acupuncture. For those of you who have went acupuncture, you notice that every time when the acupuncturist when he apply the needle on the correct spot, and when the depth of the needle is correct, you can immediately feel it. You can immediately feel the effect of the acupuncture itself. So the same goes for qigong. Once your qi is strong enough, and once the blockage is cleared, you can truly feel the energy flowing or moving within your body. So this will actually helps with recovery, especially for those who has illness. There comes your rapid recovery, whereby you can see the after effects of qigong, whereby you recover fast. So instructor, you all had a class whereby, the class is actually filled with youngster, age from the age of 25 to 32. But no, although they are young, most of them has a knee pain or joints pains on their joints, and they are actually worried whereby when I have pain on my knees or my joints, can I still practice qigong? So in fact, actually, if you have such symptoms, you must practice qigong because most your first worry is if I have knee pain now, can I practice? Then the answer is yes. If you have knee pain right now, okay, during your practice, during the initial phase, initial period, maybe the first few days, you might have pain. Okay, you might have knee pain. The knee pain will still be there. But after the qi is cleared, the blockage is cleared, after the qi has healed your knee, the knee pain will slowly dissipate and go away. But if, like, say right now, you already have knee pain, but yet you do not do anything about it, you do not do exercise, you do not do light exercise, or you do not practice qigong, this knee pain will not just suddenly go away. It will only get some more and more serious in the future, especially next time when you're older, when your immune system is weaker, when the body function is weaker, then the knee pain will get more and more severe. Then next time in the future, then it might take a much longer time for you to recover from this knee pain. So hence, when people always say start when you're young or start when when the illness is still light, don't wait till it's too severe. Then only you want to do something about it. Sometimes it's too late. So, and of course, when you're of age, everything becomes slow. No, you cannot, when you walk, walking becomes slow. Your movement becomes slow. You're not so nimble compared to when you're young. So hence, that's also one of the benefits whereby, if you start practicing Qigong young, you will not suffer so much sores and pain, or not so much drain of stamina, especially when you first learn Qigong, because when you are still young. But compared to when you're of age or when you already have sores and pain, then only you come and learn. Then during the initial phase, you might suffer a bit. The sores and pain might be reflected out after your practice. Why? Because the qi is trying to clear the blockage. So during this process, you will have discomforts or sores and pain. This is very normal, but eventually it will go away after a period of practice. Then a lot of students who are of age, okay, if let's say you're of age, you slip and fall. Usually, the moment when old people slips and fall, okay, you have fracture or your bone might break. So hence, if you start when you're young, then you can actually improve your bone density. So next time in the future when you're old, you might not have such injury, or your chances of having such injury when you're old is tremendously lowered because your bone density will be strong, much stronger after you learn qigong. Then do you notice when you're young, your flexibility, the flexibility of your body is really good. For example, when someone throws something at you, you can just catch it in a very fast pace. But as you age, you notice you start to slow down. Your body starts to slow down, or sometimes we call it dumb, whereby sometimes things are already in front of you. When the things happens in front of you fast, you can no longer grab it like when you're still young. No, you want to move, you move. You want to hide, you can hide. But when you're of age, sometimes walking itself is already tiring. Don't not to mention hiking, and then you start to dislike going out because it's tiring. So these are all what we call symptom of old age. So if let's say right now you're 20 plus or 30 plus, but you already have such symptoms, this is also a symptom whereby you're aging rapidly internally. Then of course, when rapid aging happens, your digestive system will also be affected, whereby you can no longer digest food well. And then when you're young, when you get in the car or get out of the car, you can just get in and get out easily. But you notice as you age, when you get in and get, especially when you get out from the car, it's getting harder and harder. And it takes you a longer time for you to get into the car and get out of the car. So this is a symptom whereby, again, the flexibility of your body has deteriorated. These are all symptoms of OH. And a lot of students actually feedback from students is whereby after the practice, okay, after a period of time of practice, they love to hike or they love to climb the stairs or they love to walk. Their overall stamina actually increase tremendously. And of course, when you're weak, okay, when you're old or when you're weak, the moment you climb the stairs, you might slip and fall. Okay, the ability to perceive spatial position of the body, or when the car is rushing over to you, or when you want to grab something. So this is what we call spatial uh, ability to perceive spatial position of our body. Is linked to our eyes and our ears, the coordination, okay, the balancing issue. So hence, when you're young, you can easily avoid all of these things. But as you're of age, because of your reaction is slower, then of course you sometimes slip and fall, or you might be hit by something because you cannot avoid it. So hence that's why you notice as you old, or if let's say your parents is old, 70, 80 years old, some of you no longer allow your parents to drive. Why? Because their ability to perceive spatial position has deteriorate. Hence, that's why you can easily hit on things and they can easily fall because they have balancing issue. Then if right now you use this 4 days time, okay, Saturday, Sunday, in 2 weeks, you're actually doing a preparation for your future to reduce all of this slip and fall or all of these accidents. Okay, reduce your risk of changing your joints, and of course also reduce your risk of having scoliosis. So all of this can be prevented through qigong practice and can also be improved through your qigong practice. And as you practice, your muscle density will slowly improve, your bone density will slowly improve, and the flexibility of your body will also improve. Because throughout your practice, okay, you will always have upper body and lower body coordination. Your muscle are actually, your upper body muscle and your lower body muscle are always moving at the same time. You're training your body muscles, your whole of the whole body throughout the YoungQi. So the movement looks very simple. It's actually very simple, but the moment you practice, then you know that no, you can't do well, or you have a lot of sores and pain when you practice. So the first technique that you learn in YoungQi is the detoxification technique. So within this 1.5 minutes, okay, especially for beginners, the moment you start your practice, you can no longer feel your legs, or sometimes you feel very tired, legs feels very tired. But yet it's actually just a very simple movement, a very light and simple movement, but yet you cannot do it. Why? Because there's this body and mind coordination of your body has deteriorated. Again, this is also a symptom of aging. So the first class that you attend is Saturday. The first technique that you learn is detoxification and technique. And most of the students will start to feel sores and pain, not only on your legs, but also throughout your body. See, so, and some don't understand, such simple exercise, but yet I have so much, no problems coming up. So just through the first technique, you can actually move your whole body from your head all the way to your legs. So some students tell master that I'm actually very busy to the point that I do not have time to practice. And when you don't practice, you feel bad. Then master will ask, do you have 2.5 minutes? I have. Then at least you learn, then at least you practice this detoxification technique. Because detoxification technique is just a 2.5 minutes technique. Because just through this 2.5 minutes, you can immediately relax the joints throughout your body. Because master don't believe that you do not even have 1.5 or 2.5 minutes for yourself throughout the whole day. Because just through this technique, you can actually start to improve your qi and blood circulation. So this is the this YoungQi is actually very good for your youthful or for your appearance, for your skin, your eyes, your hair, your nails, everything. You look you shine, you have complexion and shine, you look young. And as for inner beauty, okay, you can actually improve your immune system, your sleep quality, your digestion, your metabolism, and so on. So for those of you who are above 50, okay, for those especially for women, when you're above 50, then yang qi is really important for you. Because why? You will not feel the pinch of old age, especially when you start to reach 50 and above. Okay, your appearance will not change much after 50 years. After the age of 50, you can still maintain your appearance. You can still maintain your youth. Hence, that's why Master says it can slow down aging. Okay, it can slow down aging. So, but no matter how we are humans, so hence we still age, but we slow down aging tremendously. Okay, and reduce your source and pain that you suffer in the future when you're old. So right now there's this is the schedule for your upcoming classes, which is on the 18th and 19th of October from 10 to 12. Then you have your lunch break from 12 to 2. Then the class will continue from 2 to 4. So this is the new schedule because there's some changes with the schedule. So this is the new time and the schedule for your upcoming class. And then for the intermediate class will be on the 1st and 2nd of November. So master is always doing her best to actually improve the class so that students can learn better. So when you follow master, master will always have something new for you. Okay, something new for you to learn. And as long as you're willing to follow and learn together with master, there'll always be something for you to learn. Regardless of whether you are a new or an old student, there will always be something new by master for you to learn. And each and every time for those of you who have attended master's revision classes before, okay, then you notice that each and every year the class is actually different. But by then there's always new materials in master's class. The technique is the same, but the method of teaching is usually different. So master usually do some tweaks here and there throughout the class, throughout the year, so that the students can, so that she can help the students better. But students can understand better, can learn faster, and can understand better. Because no matter how this is online class, so master will always do our best to make sure that no, although it's an online class, you don't see master. Master is not in front of you, but yet you can still learn and achieve the same results as those who have attended physical classes, or no, it's as if you have mastered in front of you. And master also knows that the student's time is very precious. Unlike during the pandemic, everyone was stuck at home, but right now, not everyone is busy. So right now, master has also changed her teaching method. Okay, she has tweaked it, and this is the new version. The time is slightly shorter, but yet you learn much more and much better. Okay, it's more refined. What you have learned, what you're learning now is more refined. So during the initial phase or phase one, that's the class, the live class. Okay, 2 days beginner, 2 days intermediate over the weekend, Saturday and Saturday. Because Saturday and Sunday class is the best because you can actually clear your blockages much faster. Because master feels that 2 days time is the best time because it's like a boost. Okay, don't wait till it slow down, then only you practice again. Okay, immediately you take a boost. It's like taking a booster. Okay, it's like taking a booster. It can boost the effect of your practice tremendously with 2 days of class. So the beginner and intermediate class are arranged in such a manner because this will actually helps with the students' qi and blood circulation. The effect will be very good if you were to practice in such a manner. Because last time, because when we have physical class, okay, classes are only once a week and 2 hours a week. So in order to finish learning one course, it takes at least 1.5 months. So it's too long. And next, uh, some students will feel that no, if I forgot or if I forget the class or if I forget about the techniques or the steps, what can I do? So because don't worry, because right now after your class, okay, you immediately have revision daily. No, not revision. Your group practice. You have daily group practice. So hence for those of you after your class, especially if let's say, I think I forgot some steps or I still do not understand certain movement, then you just follow the group practice. So there comes the second phase or stage two. Throughout the 2 weeks, you have 3 days of group practice. So during the initial phase of your group practice, you will practice with your eyes open because you are still you are not familiar with the movements. So you can have a look at the students or the instructor who are practicing, and you just follow. Then after that, the following week, you can practice with your eyes closed and truly enjoy your practice. Why? Because you've already familiarized yourself with the movement. So hence you can just practice together and enjoy the practice. Then from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is your group practice. Then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is whereby Master Yan Kwan has already recorded the fine details on how to improve improve your movements for beginners. So you can watch these classes on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Why? Because on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you familiarize yourself with the movement. So after you have already familiarized yourself with the movement, okay, you know how to practice already. Then you listen to Master Yin Kwan's enhanced version, or the fine details that you might have missed during the class. So hence, on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you can watch this recorded video by Master Yin Kwan on those fine details of the movements. Because sometimes, no matter how, we might forget a certain movement, or certain movement might be wrong. When you practice, you might not notice it. So when you listen to this fine details class recorded by master, then you can actually fine tune your movement through the video and just follow accordingly. Because learning qigong, okay, every time when you learn qigong, the more you learn, the more you gets more and more interesting, because you start to truly understand the the importance of health and understand the theory behind this qigong. And then when you practice qigong, when you learn qigong, you learn more about the theory behind yin and yang, the importance of circulation. And especially every time after you finish attending master's class, you truly understand on how wonderful qigong actually is. No, qigong has been in existence for more than 5,000 years. Okay, especially of more than 5,000 years actually. So hence that's why this wisdom is actually very profound and also very important for us. Because every day when you practice, it's not just to practice and move your body, but it's also to improve your emotion and enjoy your life. Because through your daily practice, you can improve your not only your health but also your life, because you'll be happier. Your emotion will be calm and stable. So it's not just learning a set of movement or a set of techniques. When you learn with master, it's a full complete course from your heart, and you're willing to do it, and when you do it, it's effective, and you clearly know that this is correct, this is the right method, this is the right path, and if I follow it, it will lead to good health, it leads to a bright future and healthy future, and you can truly see the difference very fast. This is what I want, and you know that this is what I want, and you just need to persevere and practice. It's simple and it's very effective, and you can practice at the comfort of your own home. And you just need a very small space. It doesn't need not a big space to practice your qigong. So remember, in the most students will start to ask, how do I learn well? Okay, it's because learning qigong is not just to learn this movements. Because if you only practice the movement, then it's actually not so effective, because your body and mind is equally important. Okay, because you have to know your body well. Do you know your body well? Because when you practice your qigong, you'll notice last time no hidden pain, hidden illness might be reflected out from your body after your practice. Why? Because in order to heal yourself, you have to first detect where your illness is, and then only comes the healing part, the healing stage. So in Bayan Qigong, we have a group of instructors. So during your class, the instructors will actually observe your movement online. So hence that's why it's very important for you to open your camera or must have a camera during your class. And every time before your class, okay, make sure you imagine that no master is in front of you. You're attending the class with master in front of you instead of in front of a screen or TV, because your mindset will be different. And mindset is actually very important when it comes to learning. So during your class is actually a live class, okay, not recorded but live class. So sometimes if let's say there is some lag, please be patient because sometimes this is due to connection issue. But don't worry, even if let's say we have some lag or some connection issues, after your class you can still view the class online because master will put it online, and you just need to log in and just view the class online after the class. So you do not need to worry whereby if let's say in between your class or no your connection breaks and no you cannot connect or you have connection issue or something happen, you can actually view the video again, replay the video again online after the class. So that's also one of the benefits of joining the online class. Then in the group practice, okay, there will be each and every time when during the group practice, there will be a short 15 minutes time for a small class conducted by the instructors. So the during this 15 minutes time, the instructor themselves will give you tips on how to improve your practice. They will give you guide and tips on how to improve your tips. So that is why it's very important for you to join the group practice after your class. Master guarantees you that you learn well if you learn with master, because master actually truly spends a lot of time and effort in planning the class. And master usually makes sure that every student, regardless of your age, you are able to follow and learn properly. So hence that's why in a master's class, okay, every class is different. The class every year is also different. The materials is different. Nothing is the same. Okay, it's not no master will not you will not replay the videos on a yearly basis. Every year is recorded anew. So hence after your class, master will also put up a video online on the fine details, on the important details of the class that you can view. So this is the class schedule, and this will be shared to everyone in the group chat. So you do not need to worry about the schedule because the instructor will share it in your group chat. So for those of you who have never used Zoom before, you do not need to worry. Okay, once you receive the email, okay, you just click on the link and you immediately connect you to Zoom. Okay, you just need to download Zoom. Okay, just need to download Zoom and click on the email. So don't worry. Okay, and one important thing that you have to remember is that later on, when it's nearer to your class, usually about 1 to 2 days before your class, you will receive email from the admin for the Zoom link. So please make sure to save this email. Okay, do not delete it, because every time when you attend the class or the revision class or the enhancement class or so on and so forth, many classes, you will use back the same link. So this Zoom link is very important. Please make sure to save it, because every time when you want to enter into master's classes, you need to click on this link. This also includes your daily group practice. So please make sure to save that link. Okay. And of course, for those of you who are asking, I have not received the link yet. This is normal, because the link will only be sent to you 1 to 2 days before your 1 to 2 days before your class. Okay. Then after your first week of class, there will be the physical group practice. So this physical group practice is very important, whereby because the instructors will be there to guide you. And no, if let's say you're still unsure of your movement, whether it's right or wrong, it's very important for you to attend this physical group practice, because the instructor and the volunteers will fine tune your movement during this physical group practice. Okay, the details of the physical group practice will be sent to you again through your group chat. So don't worry about it right now. Next is this is okay. This is actually interface of the Zoom. Okay, so when you look at this mic icon, mic and video icon, please make sure that it's crossed. Okay, it's crossed is your mute. Okay, and for video, if let's say during the class, my master asks you to open your video, then you just need to click on the video icon to open your camera, so that master or the instructors can look at your movement during your class. And then for the okay, replay classes. For those of you who wants to watch replay, everything will be put online after the class. Okay, after the class. And for those of you who wants to read, okay, the textbook, because there will be textbook and also music for you to download before your class. So for those of you, if let's say you're curious, or if you want to know more about what you're learning, you can just log in and just download the textbook, okay, before the class. And don't worry about, for English speakers, we have translated textbook. Even for music, the guided qigong music, we have both original version, which is in Mandarin, and also the English dub version. Okay, so for those of you who do not understand Mandarin, don't worry, there will be English translation and also English dub. So again, a very important reminder, the email that you receive from the admin 2 to 3 days before your class is very important. So please make sure to save the link. Okay. And your textbook, your music, everything can be downloaded online. Okay, you download online. So recently there's a grand event in Taiwan, whereby there will be 700 over students who join the activities. And next week, Master will go to Thailand, whereby because we have this Qigong group tour in Thailand for Malaysian students. Then after that, Master will go to Singapore. And then in Singapore, there will also be a dinner. So right now, the dinner is already fully booked. Okay, it's full. Registration is closed because it's full. So hey, remember, next time if there's such a event, make sure to register early and fast. And then for physical practice, every time then there's a physical group practice, okay, master will record, okay, record some advice, okay, some guide and advice every time every week when there's a physical group practice. Then after that, there will be a sound therapy and Pico class, because this class is very important to regulate your blood sugar. And during the class, Master Yinkon again, Master Yinkon will mention the importance of blood sugar, and it is also the cause of inflammation and heart disease and high blood pressure in our body. As long as you are able to regulate your blood sugar, you can actually slow down aging and also reduce inflammation within your body. So how can you regulate your blood sugar, or to slow down your or to slow down your inflammation? Okay, you have to regulate your blood sugar. Hence, that's why blood sugar is very important. So, how are you going to make sure your blood sugar is stable? Practice your sound therapy and also the Pico technique. So, after you practice the Pico technique, you can actually reset your immune system, reset and enhance your immune system. So later on, when it's nearer to class, we also have another seminar regarding this PICU technique. So PICU and sound therapy comes together in a package. Okay, you cannot just register for one. Okay, when you register for both, because both techniques, sound therapy and Pico technique, complements each other very well. It's the same with your YoungQi and energy. Okay, both techniques actually complements each other very well. Only when you learn both are you able to achieve the optimum results of practice. So for those of you, if you're unsure if you can actually learn and learn this or join this upcoming Pico and sound therapy, you can actually just look forward to the seminar which will be conducted by Master at a later date when it's nearer to the class. Then next will be the flow chi, because this is a very new technique, so hence a lot of students to ask, can this help with my condition? Hence, in August, initially, flow sheet was supposed to be conducted in August and or September, but Master postponed it because Master would like to add on a lot of materials into the class so that students can benefit much more from the class. Because when Master creates something new or when she teach something new, she will make sure that no, this is complete. Okay, this is complete. This includes everything, whatever that she can. Hence is why the 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 class was slightly postponed to the 30th of November. Then after that, Master will in December, Master will go to the States, okay, to University of Pennsylvania to conduct a class there. And every time a Master conduct classes there, the the feedback was really, really good. Okay, the feedback was really good. Then during the Spring Festival, then we also have a special events, okay, for the Spring Festival, which is Chinese New Year, okay, which is for Chinese New Year. Then during time, the time master will usually have a special class for the students to give guidance and tips. And next year, Master Byron will enter into uh, a closed door cultivation. Hence, next year's classes will be guided by Master Yin Kwan. So before the end of today's class, So these are some of the, if you have any questions right now, you can actually post your question now, and then Master will try our best to answer your queries. So there's this student who asked Master, if let's say I recently had a surgery on my shoulder, can I join the class? Then usually it's no. Okay, if let's say immediately after your surgery or a week or two after your surgery, usually it's no, because during that period of time you need to rest and allow your wounds to recover. But after 100 days, if let's say the condition is good, then you can join the class. But if let's say you recently have a surgery, and if it's less than 100 days, then it's not, then it's not the time to for it's not the time to practice. Okay, and remember, practicing qigong is not a competition. We do not compare ourselves with others. You just need to practice together and do your best. Okay. And movements, no, movement will differ according to students, because each and every individual has different condition. Okay, you might have pain on your shoulder, some might have pain on the lower back, some have pain on the knee. So hence that's why the movement is usually different among students. But the technique is the same. But the way you practice your body movement might differ individually because condition is different. Okay, some students were asking Master, is there a simplified version of the Mandarin or the slide? And no, answer say no, because right now, because of advancement of technology, you can just translate it yourself in Google. And again, for those of you, if let's say you want the technique that can help you to regulate your blood sugar well, then you have to join the sound therapy and also the Pico technique. But this two technique is only eligible if you have already learned both YoungQi and Energy beginner and intermediate. Okay, because YoungQi and Energy beginner and intermediate is the base technique. That is the most basic technique that you have to learn before you proceed and learn other more advanced technique. So hence that's why once only when you have a proper and good foundation are you able to truly benefit from the sound therapy and also the pico technique. Because when you're not ready for it, and then of course when you practice, you don't see much of an effect because your body is not ready for it. So hence that's why the bare minimum requirement for sound therapy and pico is you have to already finish learning uh, young cheat and energy beginner and intermediate. And for there is a student who asked Master, if let's say I have a severe pain, can I still practice? So the first answer by Master is that the reason why you have severe pain is because your muscle is very stiff. So hence that's why when you move, okay, it's hard for you to move and you have sores and pain. Why? Because there's a severe blockage there. So hence that's why when you have source and pain, you have to persevere and continue your practice. Because only when this blockage is cleared will this source and pain truly dissipate. Because when you practice your qigong, you're actually slowly uh, untying the knots within your body and clearing the blockages within your body. So hence, only when these knots are cleared, these knots are untied and blockage are cleared within your body, will the qi and blood be able to flow fluently, and only then will your source and pain truly dissipates and disappear. And for those of you who have already learned energy, don't worry, because YoungQi is easier compared to energy, because in YoungQi, especially for beginner class, you only learn 3 techniques, whereas in Young Energy, you learn 64 steps. Okay, in YoungQi, there's only 3 steps. Okay, 3 techniques, 3 steps, that's it. But it's very effective, and um, it can actually relax your tendons, your bones, your muscles, and improve your qi and blood circulation. So for those of you who wish to reduce your weight, then Yang Qi again is very effective. Because in Yang Qi, there's this rejuvenation technique whereby qi will start to flow within your girdle vessel or your waist or your waistline. Because when you're of age, okay, the pressure on your waistline is actually getting more and more severe. Hence, it will lose its effectiveness, and it will start to the oil will start to lump. Okay, oil will start to lump within your abdomen area or your waistline area. Hence, that's why your tummy will get bigger and bigger as you age. And then after a long period of time, you have digestive problem. So on your waistline, throughout your waist, this waistline is also called the girdle vessel. So this girdle vessel is one of the main important meridians within our body. And these meridians can only be improved through the circulation of qi through your qigong practice. And the elasticity of this girdle vessel is very important in governing the condition of your hip or on your waistline. Especially for those who have already been through operation, usually your girdle vessel is broken. So hence when it's broken, circulation is poor, your tummy will get bigger and bigger. And again, the next question. No students who has scoliosis do not need to ask, immediately join, because for Yang Qi, this is the best technique for you to cure problems which is aligned to your spine. Not only your spine, but also your hip and your pelvic area. Because especially when it comes to Yang Qi intermediate, you will start to realign your spine, okay, from top to bottom, left, right, front, back, up, down. You'll realign your whole spine. So hence, for those who have a slip disc or scoliosis or alignment of hips, okay, it's off, they don't need to ask, just immediately join. And you can truly see the difference immediately after your practice. So hence, for example, this flow qi. For those of you who sit too long and you have a nerve pain, okay, this flow qi will truly help you to relieve this nerve pain. So for those of us who are of age, okay, usually you have this problems with a hunchback or slip disc. All these will come as you age, especially when you reach 60, 50 plus or 60. And then sometimes it's the problem with your shoulder, your neck. It's all the same problem. What problem? Is your muscle is weak. Okay, your bone density is weak, your muscle is weak. There's a leakage because our bones are supported by our muscle. But when your muscle lose its density, when its muscle lose its strength, it can no longer support your bone or it can no longer support your spine. So hence, your spine or your bones uh, will start to get out of place. Hence, that's why you have scoliosis or slip disc. So among the techniques that we have, the techniques that truly helps with the relaxation of flesh and muscles is actually YoungQi. So for example, you work for a whole day. Okay, when you practice any qi, you don't feel much of a difference. But when you practice yang qi, this tense in your body will actually disappear after your practice. Usually, you have scoliosis is because your body is stiff, your muscle is stiff. Hence, that's why you have sores and pain, and it will lead to scoliosis. Hence, especially when you're undergoing stress, the pain will be more severe. So hence that's why during your practice, once you learn to relax, okay, this source and pain will slowly dissipate, will slowly improve and dissipate. You will not feel so much pain. And eventually, after a period of time, okay, once the blockage is cleared, your source and pain will go away. So that will be all for today's seminar. So Master hopes that today's class helped everyone. And for those of you who are getting ready to join the upcoming class, Master wish you all the best and look forward to seeing each other in the upcoming class. So remember, this class is live. And during the class, okay, master and also the instructors will be actually observing your movement through your camera. So please make sure you have your camera and please make sure to switch on the camera during the class because the master and instructor will be observing your uh, movements. Because during this class, Master Yin Kwan will be teaching, will be conducting the class. Hence, Master Bayan will be in front of the computer looking at your movements. And Master will also answer to your queries during the class. Then after that, Master Yinkon will answer your queries during the enhancement course on and teach you on how to improve your movements. So again, this year 2025 teaching method has again been refined. So thank you everyone and have a good night. Thank you everyone and happy Mid-Autumn Festival everyone. Thank you and have a nice day.